When most people hear the words public involvement, they think of public meetings, comment cards, and legal notices. As engineers and public works professionals, we know it's much more than that. Public involvement is one of the invisible systems that holds a community together. Just like our roads, water systems, flood control channels, and bridges, trust is built over time. It requires maintenance. It requires investment. And it must evolve as our communities evolve. I'm Raymond U. Acuna, and this is the Public Works Edge podcast. Recently, I reviewed Chandler's 2026 general plan and the city's public involvement process. What impressed me wasn't simply that Chandler followed Arizona's statutory planning process. The plan emphasizes early, continuous, and inclusive public participation throughout the general plan update. That reflects an important responsibility of local government, engaging residents before major planning decisions are finalized. But what really caught my attention was something larger. Public involvement is never a one-size-fits-all exercise. Not every public works project carries the same level of public impact. If a maintenance crew replaces a damaged manhole cover, repairs a localized water main break, or restores a traffic signal, that work may be routine in scope, but it is still critical. The public expects service to be restored safely, efficiently, and with as little disruption as possible. Clear notice and responsive customer service are exactly what responsible stewardship requires. But constructing a new water treatment plant, building a major arterial, expanding an airport, or installing a regional flood control project, those projects reshape communities for generations. They affect neighborhoods, businesses, mobility, water, property, the environment, and future growth. They involve more people, more perspectives, more uncertainty, and more long-term consequences. Those projects deserve a deeper level of public engagement. Good public involvement recognizes the difference. It is proportional, it is thoughtful, it is transparent. And most importantly, it helps engineers and public officials make better decisions. The best public involvement isn't about asking everyone to agree. Its purpose is something more valuable. It helps uncover information the project team may not have. Residents often understand how a street floods, where traffic backs up, how a neighborhood moves, or how a proposed facility may affect daily life. Public involvement can identify those concerns before they become expensive design changes, construction conflicts, or lasting community resentment. It can improve alternatives and strengthen a design, and sometimes it changes the project for the better. Public involvement should not be treated as an obstacle. It should be treated as a source of intelligence, a source of risk reduction. As I reviewed Chandler's materials, another lesson emerged. Professional stewardship requires us to distinguish between what the law requires and what good leadership chooses to do. The legal minimum is important, but it is not always the full measure of stewardship. A responsible city asks, what level of engagement will help us make the best decision for the people we serve? Like every growing city, Chandler's general plan is not the finish line. It is another step in a continuing journey. Communities, technology, and expectations evolve. Artificial intelligence is reshaping how cities make decisions. In many ways, public involvement resembles asset management. We don't design a bridge once and assume it will never need inspection. We don't install a pipeline and assume it will never require maintenance. We should not expect our public engagement practices to remain static either. They require continuous evaluation, learning, and refinement. That is what mature stewardship looks like. Public infrastructure is always a work in progress. So is public involvement, and so is public trust. The greatest public works organizations understand that trust is not something they inherit. It is something they earn. We are building confidence that those decisions were made openly, carefully, and in the best interest of the people we serve. And that may be the most important infrastructure of all.